welcome back to God Chosen Cosmic Melodies. So we're going to jump right into the book, Living in a Mindful Universe. Go check it out. Get it if you want to read the whole thing. I'm going to jump straight to chapter 13 called Learning Our Soul Lessons. I was guided to this part of the book. I just opened right to it. And it's just so on point to connecting more dots to be able to live in a deeper, higher state of consciousness. So live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. That is by Mahatma Gandhi. And we are much vaster. Now I'm going to start reading the chapter. So we are much vaster than our physical bodies. We are greater than our thoughts and personalities, much more than the roles we play. As doctors, teachers, engineers, mothers, or fathers, we are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe. Truly, the way of perceiving the world affects our approach to daily life in remarkable ways, including how we view death, manage our health, and understand our relationships with others. Rather than being separate individuals competing for resources, driven by the concerns of the ego, we are part of a larger whole connected to each other in ways that bring meaning and purpose to our lives. We are not dependent on functioning physical brain. We are not dependent on a functioning physical brain. Our awareness outlives our bodies. This is so perfect because literally, have I not been talking about similar things to this? I'm telling you, God works so amazing, how all this comes together so good. And I didn't even pre-plan it. God just takes me through the flow of it. And all the videos that I've made previously are all going to such a flow where each connects to the next, and then it furthers it, the information, that I'm sharing in the videos. So, or the channelings or the guidance, because God guides me to certain parts of certain things. So it's a combination of sharing life experiences, channeling, my own input, my own soul truth, and then guided pieces of information that I'm guided to. So I'm gonna keep reading. We are part of a larger whole connected to each other. So yeah, we always have to remember, don't just rely on the functions of the brain. Although I did say in my previous videos about mental illness that God called me to put attention to balancing the brain hemispheres out and the brain chemicals. But going further into that same subject, yes, balance out the brain, but also we shouldn't just be dependent on the brain. We have to remember that our soul capacity and our soul awareness outlives our bodies and what our brain knows. Our soul knows more. And in my Instagram page, 5 years back, I wrote on a poster how tap into your soul because your soul knows more than what your eyes can see. So it's incredible. I wrote that on a poster 6 years back, and fast forward to now, it's just it's amazing how the enlightening process journey you go. It really is a spiral, and you learn, you revise over things, and you learn it to a deeper and higher state of consciousness, and you better understand it and you better embody it little by little throughout the time. So we our observed reality exists as the stage setting on which we learn and teach ongoing lessons. So I kind of shared in a different way from a different book is the human plane is to learn the lessons. And so a useful approach is to consider our collective earthly existence as time spent in soul school. And it seems we don't have only one chance to get it right. This grand evolution of consciousness was beautifully allocated by the French. Oh, I think I've read this part of the book, but I don't know how to say his name, but please get the book if you are interested in the book. But the phenomenon of man, he expands the concept where biological evolution is an attempt to combine modern science and philosophy with Christian thought. In the essence, he envisioned a far grander purpose for consciousness in the universe, quite aligned with the views presented in his book. So yeah, I'm going to stop there and jump to this other part that it's called Appendix B. So further commentary on the measurement paradox of quantum physics. So my soul is completely oneness with the information in quantum physics. I feel that I am quantum love and light, and that everybody is a code carrier in different ways, and I'm code quantum. This is what came to my soul. And so that's why, without having ever previously learned any of this stuff, it comes so natural to my soul to not only channel new insightful information that is not even in collective consciousness yet, but also to understand and quickly download so organically and naturally things in the collective consciousness and the Akashic records of previously known information that we accumulated throughout the lifetimes. Because remember, we are the oversoul. That all of that information is in our soul. But it depends on what degree a person is reawakened and enlightened to these deeper truths in our soul. So it varies from person to person and people's experiences, but this is a common truth where we are all able to tap into these abilities that our soul capacity has. Our brain capacity doesn't have the same capacities as our soul capacities as far as tapping into our previous lives and the information that we've accumulated in those previous lives on a quantum level. This data is invisible intelligence, and it is oneness in our soul. The oneness that resides in our soul, that's how we're able to channel this, because we are one with it. And so that's why it's important for people to remember, like, to wake up to the paradoxes of life. Like, there's more to this life than what the eyes see, truly. And so although the field of quantum physics arguably began with Max Planck's in 1900s, hypothesis described that the discrete energy elements of any energy radiating atomic system, and Albert Einstein 1905 paper of the photoelectron effect, the light simulates the emission of electrons from the surface of a metal dependent on the frequency of the incoming light. So, whoa, I really love how when it's talking about these intricacies of life, it makes your brain like kind of twist up, and you're just like, whoa, wow, no, I have to read that again, because it's just so amazing. Your brain, like my personally, this is like soul food for me, and it's also like it feeds you on all levels, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically even, because it brings like up good energy when you learn about the greater truths in life. And God is in this. God is quantum physics and quantum mechanics and quantum entanglement and quantum everything. God is quantum, the most high, God source energy, And so that's why when I learn this and embody these kind of things, even without having had read some of these things, I just started doing them because I was listening to the soul guidance. And so what was I going to say? Like, so all this is like intimacy with self, because the soul guidance that you get from the Most High, from our higher selves, from a higher power, is coming from ourself. It's our oversoul, so it's intimacy. When you have intimacy with God, you have intimacy with yourself. When you have intimacy with the information that you learn and you embody it, it's like literally a full infinity sign, full circle. It's like love being infused back into itself over and over and over again, and then it just gets stronger and stronger. The deeper understandings and the deeper love and the deeper oneness and the deeper embodiment of those things, And so, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this one here, because that last part was real mouthful for me, and I'm just going to go over that over and over again, and then put it together with other things that I'm guided to share in my next videos. And so, yeah, tap in deeper and deeper. Every day is a chance to remember that it's our opportunity to live as if we were to die tomorrow, meaning live in oneness throughout more of the percentage in your life throughout your day. Live in oneness with source as much as possible. And what really helps me with that is when you envision your auric field being a channel and a bridge and with source energy flowing through you, and you can feel God's joy and God's love, and do habits that bring you into the God frequency. Pray to God, because that's an easy habit to get you into the God frequency. Prayer is #new trend habit to get you into God frequency in a second. #new trend habit. Prayer, okay? However you want to say it, but I personally, the first thing that came to me is prayer. Wait, hold on. #prayer trend. Wait, sorry, I forgot how I said it the first time, but I thank God I said it on video, so. But like, you get the point. Just make it a trend, make it a habit to pray every single day to get yourself back into a state of joy. That's literally the most simplest, quickest, freest way to anchor yourself into the God frequency, to restore any imbalances, and to bring yourself back to your equilibrium, back to a state of pure love and joy, which is from God's source energy. Because all the things in this realm can give you human joy, but the only thing that can feed your soul is source. So the only thing that can give your soul joy comes from source. So that's why it's important to make it a habit to connect to source constantly throughout your day, every single day, without fail. And I think I beat this point in on this video enough. So like, I'll leave this one here. And I will talk to you on my next video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do yourself a favor, because this channel is thebomb.com, and it's soul food. So spread the word and ring the bell for upcoming videos, and click like, because it helps the algorithm get this video out to many more souls. We want to get this vibration reaching many more people, as many people as possible, to uplift them from the inside out. So you can help me do that by clicking like, and I will talk to you in my next video.